Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Cesar here, bringing you guys a video about the new May 2018 ban list that we just got announced today on May 14, 2018. And I want to share my opinions because I already looked at the ban list, and honestly, I'm really devastated by this list. I don't think it's a bad list, but I think it's really not a good list. It deals with all the FTKs, but it didn't deal with the second biggest problem, which was like true Dracos. And I know why they didn't, but I still wanted them to hit it anyway, a little bit more than they did on this list. So let's get started. For the newly forbidden cards, we have Astrograph Sorcerer banned. Now, honestly, I can't even be mad at Konami for doing this. It is a very broken card with Electromite. It was a broken card before, but there was no way to abuse it. But now that Electromite is a card, it obviously had to be banned. But I would have wanted, as a Pendulum player, I was so biased. I was like, maybe this card would go to 1, but it sadly didn't survive because it was just broken. Next card we have is Masterpiece. Now, Masterpiece obviously is a broken card. We don't have to discuss that. Unaffected by either monster, spell, or traps, and it pops a card, prevention, and continue a spell. Very broken. We have the Phoenix card, the Phoenix plant card that is basically used just for FTKs. That's really good. Supreme King, Starving Venom. Now, I feel like this was better because Independent Nightingale is not a broken card. Honestly, it's not a very broken card. It's only abused with cards that are broken, like Phantom of Chaos is really good with this card, but it's probably gonna somebody's gonna probably find out a way to make like I know TKA or like an FTK with that card. But like cards that copy effects in the graveyard is really not great for the game. That's why Tyrant Neptune deserves to be banned, because even though we have cards like there's so many broken cards you can copy their effects and like do it over and over again, and that's why like cards like that are not really good, and I'll get into that in a second. Next up we have Ancient Fairy Dragon. Now, there's a lot of FTKs with this card, don't need to explain it. There's too many broken field spells in the game, doesn't need explanation. Then we have Rank of Magic Urgent Chaos Force. Honestly, I don't feel like this was a problem. In the Zexal lock, if you don't know, there's a card called S0 Utopic Zexal that basically stops your opponent from doing anything in the game. But I feel like Urgent Chaos Force wasn't really the problem, but it does kind of solve the problem. There's still going to be ways to actually do this, but way more inconsistently. So it's a hit nonetheless, so I'm good with that. Grass looks greener. I don't feel like this was the problem, but I guess it helps because your opponent can't like sack you with grass, but that's really fine. Newly limited, we have Dynamite. This is what I was talking about with True Dracos. It doesn't really do anything for this. It doesn't really do it just helps True Dracos. This is just helping True Dracos. I thought we were supposed to hit this deck, but the reason why they bring back Dynamite is because of the Megatons, because they have to print out cards in the Megaton and they need a good card, and Dynamite is going to be one. A Diagram is going to be another one, and Ignis and Majesty. All these Draco cards they have to sell before they actually hit it again. So my expectations is right after the Megatons, like a week or two after the Megatons, we're going to get the ban list again, and they're going to hit True Dracos if they see play again, because I honestly think True Dracos are 100% not dead. 100%. Next up we have Gem Knight Master Diamond. As I said again, what did I tell you? Cards that copy effects in the graveyard is broken. That's why Master Diamond, well, it copies cards on the field, but like it's the same thing. Things that copy effects is undeniably broken. Then we have Chain Strike. This is irrelevant. Newly semi-limited, we don't care. Towers, Ring of Destruction, nobody runs those cards. Atlantean Dragoons as unlimited. Grand Soil, we already knew that was coming back. Ignis Heat, again, they got to sell the Megatons. Mathematician is interesting. I love that card. That's one of my favorite cards back in 2015. Neospatian Grandmo. It's I mean, it's a really good card. Don't get me wrong. There could be some like interesting combos with the card. And then we have Compulsory, which I'm very mad about because I hate Altergeist, and they have now 6 Compulses. Altergeist have 6 Compulses. They have a Compulse that can activate Multi-Faker. Really? All right. This list, I'm salty. I am very salty because they didn't kill True Draco, and they didn't kill Pendulums. I don't think Pendulums are they're not dead, but they're significantly weakened enough to where they're not going to be meta. They're going to be rogue. True Draco Metal Foes is still a thing. Yeah, True Draco Metal Foes is actually a really interesting deck now. We don't have Masterpiece, but I don't think you really need Masterpiece. I guess like a more stronger True Draco variant in the Metal Foes deck would actually be good, because I know I play Metal Foes. So Pendulum Magicians are they're pretty much dead. I would say they're pretty much dead because Astrograph Sorcerer is now banned, and Altergeist, Nightmares, all those good cards are hit. So let me know what you guys think, and I'm out.